So have embarked on this exciting, adventurous journey called parenting, which will not only fill your life with joys and lots of memories to cherish, but will also bring along with it a lot many challenges. Probably you might have already come across the first challenge of parenting, understanding the unsaid language of the newborn. You must have prepared yourself well over the past 9 months with newborn's clothes, accessories, a beautiful nursery with child friendly ambience, and loads of toys. But you might be completely clueless about what the child needs and how he is communicating with you. The good news is that the child starts communicating with you as soon as he is born. As soon as you hold him in your arms, he is able to understand your love, your care, and your concern for him, and he is reciprocating with your feelings. But how do you get to understand his communication? We need to learn the unspoken language with the children use. According to Dr. Bernard of University of Washington, children communicate with their non-verbal cues. These cues are classified into engagement cues and the disengagement cues. Children use engagement cues to communicate a need to continue with the activity. You might be feeding the child, you might be playing with him or interacting with him, and the child expresses a cue in terms of smiling, babbling, or reaching out to you. So it means that he wants to continue with the activity. But there are subtler forms of engagement cues too, such as child might raise his eyebrow, or his eyes might brighten, or his face might brighten, or he might come to you with open palms. So these are the subtler form of engagement cues with the children use. The other form of cues used by children are the disengagement cues. Disengagement cues are used more frequently than the engagement cues. And the more potent and obvious forms of disengagement cues are crying, crawling away from you, or he might just fall asleep if he is too tired. It gets more challenging when it comes to trying to understand the subtler forms of disengagement cues, which the child expresses by putting his hands behind his head, or putting his hands holding his ears, or he might compress his lips, he might start breathing too fast, or he might kick his legs. Research shows that children whose nonverbal cues are responded to in a loving and affectionate way have a better spoken language by the end of 2 years compared to their peers whose cues have been neglected. There are ample opportunities during the daytime to connect to the child and try to understand his unsaid language while changing the nappy, while feeding the child, or while putting the child to bed. It's important that the caregiver or the parent tries to connect these nonverbal cues being constantly sent out by the child. It contributes to an environment in which the child feels safe and secure, and he gets a realization of being loved and being understood. Over a span of time, child may forget the incidents which made him feel loved or which made him feel insecure or vulnerable. But the impressions which these events will leave upon his developing mind will have a long-lasting effect on his long-term learning and relationships. So if you feel that you need some assistance trying to understand the unsaid language of your child, do consult a child psychologist.